Wait, so I don't have to follow any of Dad's rules?
That's right, honey.
Yeah! I'm gonna go have a garden burger. Maybe it'll turn me gay, maybe it won't. I guess we'll just let fate decide.
Alright, boys, we're gonna play the game just for a little bit here because she alright, bro. She fine. Like, this is a no pullout case as far as I'm concerned. We're not worrying about you, Vivek. Hold on. We're going just enjoy our chocolatey little chocolate drop over here. She alright. She can definitely get it. But anyways, every election cycle, we seem to get one. The last primary cycle, we got Tulsi, who, boys, I still get chubby up thinking about what she did to our current Vice President Kamala Harris. Just, you sat there and bragged about smoking weed while you were throwing people in jail. It was absolutely magnificent. And so this go around, we have Vivek Ramaswamy, who apparently comes from, I think Wall Street or he's one of those guys, but he's been spitting some fire, and let's be real, we gonna rock with it for a bit because none of this matters. Absolutely none. This is one of the reasons I've been quiet, boys. None of this matters. All right. We will not be talking about this in 6 months at all. But at the same time, I do want to acknowledge when we, those of us who like common sense and reality, when we get, at least when someone who speaks our language at least gets some type of notoriety. So here we are. I'm definitely going to give my man his props. And shorty, golly, I mean, she's an anchor on CNN. Yeah, puppet, all right? Seriously, just filled to the brim with a ton of Caucasian semen. But she's still fine as hell, though. So, guys, let's get into this one.
That language, they live like vermin. Do you believe that is, as your Republican colleague Chris Christie has said, neo-Nazi rhetoric?
So, let's set the very, very familiar stage here. Donald Trump said something. Media says, "Oh my God, how dare you say that?" And they are trying to press others into denouncing and standing tall against Trump. Like, this hasn't been what's been going on for the better part of a decade at this point. As if we can't all see this, as if we haven't been paying attention. And so our boy Vivek here, he lets know what's up.
This is a classic mainstream media move. Pick some individual phrase of Donald Trump, focus on literally that word without actually interrogating the substance of what's at issue.
The word was chosen.
So, remember cantaloupes for calves or some shit like that? Like, that cantaloupes for calves when you're talking about drug runners or covfefe or any of these other very specific instances of the media doing exactly that. I mean, shit, how are we still playing this game? Why, CNN? Would you believe that this is not something that the American people have picked up on yet? Like, you guys are ridiculous.
We are in the middle of a cultural war in this country.
The word was chosen for a reason.
It's actually describing a series.
The world was chosen for a reason. You were chosen for a reason too, sweetheart, and that's because you're willing to get up there and say whatever the fuck it is will get you a paycheck. And respect, you can't knock the hustle. But at the same times, yeah, you chose that word. You the mainstream media chose to pick that word for a reason. Pick that word of all the words he was saying. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even call them vermin. He said they were living like vermin, which means living in detestable situations. And I hate to break it to you, sweetheart, there's a lot of Americans living even worse. Tons of Americans, actual Americans, birth certificates and every fucking thing, living even fucking worse. But, the borders are completely open. You're sitting there using the resources that should be for American citizens on a whole bunch of people who have no right to fucking be here. And it's pretty terrible. But, by all means, you stand up for the regime.
series of behaviors. You have Antifa and other related groups that have been burning down cities for the last 3 years in this country.
Would you describe them as
Wildly
vermin?
violating the rule of law. We have an invasion on our southern border. We have millions of people crossing our southern border. Let's talk about the substance of why we have to recognize that we're not in ordinary times.
Would you use that language
vocabulary
yourself?
of the vermin or not is
See, and she just keeps going, like, Vivek, I'm sorry, but she's hot. So, Dylan, she's just staying on point, keeping it circled around the vermin. He done hit 3 different things, right? He's like Antifa, the southern border, like, and she's just like, well, would you use that terminology? And, baby girl, I can't help it. I hate to break it to you, but personally, I'd put a fucking bullet. Okay, you got a 3-month grace period. Or we gonna send, you know what I'm saying, like ICE and everybody else, they gonna get a whole lot more powers that not everybody gonna be comfortable with, but fuck them. Because this is ridiculous. And this is unfair to the American fucking people. Y'all treat us like shit. Y'all treat us like we ain't fucking worth a damn. But is what it is. I think I may not edit my way around that. We'll see.
Is not what's important. Well, I haven't used that language. So you can look at my track record on the campaign trail. I talk about the issues. We all talk about them differently. But what I'm not going to do is play some game of focusing on some word that somebody else said without ignoring entirely the substance of what we're actually talking about. A border crisis of historic proportion. Economic stagnation we haven't seen in 50 years. A national identity crisis and a loss of national pride in the next generation that's potentially existential for this country. Let's talk about our dependence on China. Today we're actually talking about Xi Jinping, picking on Donald Trump's word vermin to talk about that status quo. You know what's vermin? What's running around San Francisco on a given day before Gavin Newsom cleaned it up on a dime to roll out the red carpet for Xi Jinping.
Y'all remember that? I was on my little break, but y'all remember that? These people are so fake. These people are so phony. Golly, you are fucking hot. Either way, these people are fake. She's hot, but she's fake. And that's how they draw you in. 'Cause my God, she even looked at my penis. I'll be like, yeah, whatever bottom wants, bro. It's all good. Yeah, sure, Biden, I got you. Oh, just let me drain off in this broad. All right, you get what I'm saying? Like, thanks, Vivek. It's appreciated because ultimately, you're speaking the truth. And the truth is that these people don't care about the American people at all. They're doing whatever it is that their globalist masters want. And I, for one, appreciate at least that one voice we get every election cycle that does speak some real truth to power, you know, like that's super important. So guys, with that being said, we're gonna bring this one on over to an end. All the internet stuff, she like, I don't know what it is, man, but like, yo, real talk, fucking smoke show, like, golly, she can get it all day. She's just a woman, and boom, and she's Zaddy's girl. So, you know, it sucks, but what you gonna do? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Until the next one.